When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living.
Good evening, good night, everyone. Good night. This is a special edition of the Mecque Talk program. You know, I don't come on a Saturday night when Reasons Vatican is going on, but we have to do this. I was given instruction by my producers to do this because it may not be a threat to us, but it is a threat to our family members within the Caribbean. And we have to, make sure everybody's up to date. I know people can go to other various news organizations to get up to date. But based on what we're getting here now, both the Prime Ministers of Barbados and Jamaica has put their nation on high alert. Beryl is now a Category 1 hurricane east of the Caribbean. Beryl is likely to become a Category 3 hurricane before reaching the Windward Islands. That's based on what the National Hurricane Center is saying. Beryl has a maximum scheduled winds of 80 miles per hour, making it the first hurricane of the season. Beryl is now more than 600 miles east of the Windward Islands. It is moving quite rapidly in the Central Atlantic Ocean. We're going to listen to what, and we're encouraging all our family and friends in Jamaica and in other part of the Caribbean to make sure, please. Sometimes we say, "Sure, nothing now come," and we wasn't prepared. Make sure you are prepared, because what we're getting now from the National Hurricane Center in Miami, that Beryl is now a Category 1 hurricane. Beryl is likely to become a Category 3 hurricane before reaching the Windward Islands. Category 3. Okay, can the Winnie, can you give me a call? I want to hear what's going on in Barbados, please. Give me a call. Can you please? This is my number. before I play anything with the Prime Ministers of Barbados and Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I would love to know what's going on in Barbados right now. My number is 954 529 8030. That's my number. Can you give me a call, please? You can call me on WhatsApp. Call me on WhatsApp. I want to hear what's going on in Barbados. Okay, hold on there. Hold on. Here we go. Hello? Hold on. Hold on. What's going on here? Yes. Good night, Winnie. How you doing?
So far, thank you for letting me call. Good night to everyone.
Yes. What's going on in
Please be
Barbados?
prepared. We are prepared for this storm coming
Yes.
and this hurricane coming, and the Prime Minister's been on the radio, on the TV, and letting the people know with the Home Affairs Minister, Mr. Abraham, to what we got to do. But we got to remove everything. It's really raining bad at the moment.
Yes.
And we expect it to be really bad tomorrow and things, So we just got to hold down and pray to God that it pass. But even if it pass, we will get the bad weather still.
In other words, we'll all be getting the outer ban of the hurricane, eh?
Yes, as far, but usually Barbados it's fair, but we get the bad weather, bad rain, flooded. Because I can send you some flood picture that I get from rain, and it's bad.
Please
but
do.
Right now, pardon me?
So when you finish, please send me the videos that you got, okay?
Yes, we in the one I get last year, and it's really bad, but we are happy now. And so far we went out to get the dry goods, and it takes me 3.5 hours to come out of one supermarket. That's how bad it was. So, but with God help, let's hope that we don't get it too bad. And the one thing I must say to all the Caribbean nation: stop throwing things in the waterway. If the waterway is not, see the waterway, remember where it goes before. And each time you're putting things in the waterway, you're going to get flooded. Thank God, our Prime Minister, Miss Mia Momently, certain lot of the place is clear. So let's hope it. I'm praying. Listening now, you can hear it coming again.
Okay.
It's licking down the houses. All the banana trees I've got, some of them fall down already.
Can you? Is there any way you can video anything at the moment? Can you?
It's very dark out there.
Okay, don't do anything.
Cannot see nothing out.
Yes.
And I would not go outside because anything might fly.
No. I'm not taking you outside at all, please. Don't.
No. But no, you can hear the rain. It's coming again, and it's not going to stop. Everywhere I get everything buckled down.
Yes.
And I am pleased with everything is going on in Barbados right now.
So let me ask you a question, Miss Winnie. Based on what is going on now in Barbados, you have taken all the precaution pertaining to your hurricane shutters, getting your dry goods, your water, and everything already, eh?
Oh yes, sir. I've got 6 cases of water, and I've got be honest with you, whenever we get a hurricane, we don't short of water. We don't short of, very, very rare about that, but I always have bottled water. And, oh God, you hear it now?
Yes.
It's coming down.
Okay, Miss Winnie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch base with you, but I want to hear what the Prime Minister of Jamaica and Barbados is saying now. I have some.
Yes, you can go on.
Yes, thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you, sir, for having me on. Jamaica, I pray for Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean island.
Indeed,
take care.
Indeed, thank you very much. There you have it. We have somebody out of Barbados giving us a little update on what is going on in Barbados. Let me hear what the Prime Minister of Jamaica have to say to the Jamaican people. I know a lot of people say, no, we're not hearing from him, but we have to, because at the end of the day, he is everybody's Prime Minister. It doesn't matter what it is. But let's listen to what he's saying. And majority of us Jamaicans don't take heed of certain things, but we need to take heed this time around. Here we go. Listen to what the Prime Minister of Jamaica have to say pertaining to this.
Tropical Storm Beryl has formed in the Atlantic about 800 miles east of Barbados. And it is heading west quite rapidly. Barbados and other Eastern Caribbean islands have already put out tropical storm warnings, and it is expected that by Monday morning, Tropical Storm Beryl will probably have strengthened and would be in the region of Barbados. Various models have projected that Tropical Storm Beryl will probably impact Jamaica. All the models have suggested that if it is not a direct impact, it will be in the vicinity of Jamaica. We expect that this will bring adverse weather conditions. And we expect that by Wednesday morning, we will be experiencing such conditions. So the relevant agencies will put out the necessary warnings as the system develops. I am merely giving you advance warning. And this is for you to make some decisions about how you're going to prepare if this tropical storm strengthens and becomes a hurricane and does impact Jamaica. So you should be making your decisions now about getting your precautionary stocks of goods, food, water, batteries, candles, having your critical and essential documents properly secured. If you have trees that could be a threat to your house, your residence, take action to prevent that. It is always in your best interest to be prepared. If the weather event passes and there is no impact, you would have lost nothing. But you would not want an impact to occur and you did not prepare for it. So I'm encouraging all Jamaicans to get your precautionary stocks in place, your stocks of goods, food, your batteries and candles, a supply of water just in case. Ensure that your critical documents are secure. If there are any trees or other things that could be of danger to your property, please ensure that you take necessary actions to secure those items and to secure your property as well. It is better to be prepared than to be sorry that you didn't prepare. So I encourage all Jamaicans to take the necessary steps. We are now in the hurricane season and we should have already taken those steps. But I'm giving advance notice that there is the potential of serious adverse weather, possibly a tropical storm, possibly a hurricane. So we should take the necessary precautionary steps now. We have already taken steps to be prepared as a government. ADPEM is on alert, the JDF is on alert. So should the worst happen, the government is already mobilized and prepared. So it is now for the citizens themselves, householders, people who live alone, to be aware of the possibility and take the necessary actions.
Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I'm here chatting away. Yes, we just heard from the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and we're saying to all Jamaicans to get themselves prepared. Be very prepared. When this hurricane hit the Leeward Islands or the Windward Islands, it will be a Category 3 hurricane. Category 3. We do not know if it's going to be a Category 4 or whatever, but it hopefully it doesn't touch us at all in Jamaica or Barbados. But we have to be prepared. No matter what it is, we have to be prepared because it's hurricane season. We're going to hear what the Prime Minister of Barbados has to say to the Barbados people, and also we're trying to get some sound from the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're going to show you some new models coming in from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. So let us listen to what the Prime Minister of Barbados has to say.
Barbadians, as promised last night, I am back here to be able to speak with you again as we prepare as a people for the passage of Hurricane Beryl. It has now become a hurricane, and as indicated, we have to remain vigilant over the course of the time between now and when it passes early in the hours of Monday morning. The evidence given to us by the Meteorological Office suggests at 5 p.m. that the system is 720 miles east-southeast of Barbados and moving quickly at 22 miles per hour. The winds are Category 1 hurricane winds, 75 miles per hour, and therefore, as I said to you last night, we remain absolutely vigilant and need to take every precaution that is possible for ourselves, for our family, and for our neighbors. Indeed, as we go forward, it is significant that while this storm, this hurricane, may move just south of Barbados, the truth is it can at any point move.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon,
Oh,
and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. What?
North. It can at any point seek to impact us more. Hurricane Ivan, as you know, was dead on coming to Barbados, and it ended up going to Grenada. Equally, Hurricane Ivan changed its speed, as this one can change its speed. Hurricane Maria became a Category 5 hurricane in a matter of hours for Dominica. I only remind you of these things to reinforce why we need to remain vigilant as a people. There are a few things that I want to talk to you about, and you would have heard with respect to the Meteorological Office's advisory that the hurricane winds at the moment are only 10 miles from the center. That too can change. That the storm force winds are 50 miles from the center. That too can change. But if it remains on current trajectory, we may be a little better off than we thought last night. The reality, however, is that we know all of this can change because it is a small system that is only 95 miles wide. And therefore, any shift at all can significantly impact us. I want to remind us of a few things as we prepare. I'm sure many of you went to the supermarket today. Many of you checked up on your family to make sure that those who need assistance can get it. Many of you are boarding up, as is our custom, because we know that it is better to be safe than sorry. Even as we do that, please remember to collect water, because if we do have any impact on our water systems, you will need it over the course of the next few days. Similarly, because there is a system behind it, we know that we're going to have a long week. And that long week means that we have to be patient and we have to be vigilant. The reality is, I'd like to ask each of you too. Many of you have these new garbage cans that were distributed a couple of years ago. Many of you have old ones. I'm asking you to move your garbage cans or tie them down inside. Why? Because at the end of the day, if high winds come, they can become a missile or a projectile that can hurt somebody or break somebody's windows. The truth also is that if we do that, we need to also look around our yards tomorrow to make sure that there's nothing else that the wind can pick up and cause injury to anybody else. God forbid that that should happen. I'm asking you as well, even as you do that, to continue to ensure that you have your medication in order and that you have the people who you know. I asked the young people yesterday to reach out to others in the community and to make sure that they're safe and work with the DEOs. There are also concerns with respect to pets, and those of you who have pets, you need to take all necessary precautions to protect them as well. My friends, as we go forward, we've had some consultations up this afternoon again. I just came out of a meeting with all of the relevant ministers and ministries, and we have consulted with the private sector, and we believe that all businesses that are non-essential should close tomorrow evening, no later than 8:30 p.m. We do not expect many to be open because it's a Sunday evening, but gas stations and mini marts and restaurants may still be there. Equally, we are saying to those of you who have promotions or public fetes, nothing can go on beyond 8 p.m. tomorrow. If not, we will have to ask the police to come and have a word with you.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking
Oh,
to apply
Lord.
for U.S. permanent residency?
We
Then
do
stay
apologize
tuned
about
because
this.
today
We're just
I'm
getting
going
in.
to be discussing
Because the reality is that we do not want to put anybody's life at risk in this country. The Met Office has been very clear that even though they expect these winds to come around 2 o'clock in the morning, it can come earlier. It can come as early as 8, 9 o'clock. And that is why tomorrow when the Hurricane Hunter goes in, we will report and be able to give you an even more accurate position with respect to the nature of the system and the other attributes of the system. In addition to that, the work continued apace today with the Ministry of Public Works. They went into Trents, to Goodland, to Deacon's Farm, to Kensington New Road, to a number of areas I am informed. And tomorrow, they'll continue in Water.
As you hear from the Prime Minister of Barbados speaking to the people of Barbados to get themselves ready, we're going to have something from the National Hurricane Center, the latest advice from the National Hurricane Center in Miami, pertaining to this system heading towards the Caribbean. I remember I was in the Cayman Islands when Hurricane Ivan hit. And the Jamaican map have a curve under it, a little curve like that. And when I saw the curve, and then I see the forecast rolling towards that curve, I said to my then boss, who's like a father to me in the Cayman Islands, Dr. Steve Tomlinson, I was at the Christy Thomas Hospital at that time. I said to him, yes, this is coming directly towards us, and it did. Let us not be caught off guard with this. We have to pray that God in his mercies, many of us in Jamaica can't afford to chop trees, can't afford to do certain things because we don't have it. Let us pray and ask God in his mercies to protect us, because this is not something that we must take lightly. Do not take these things lightly. It is serious. Climate change is out there. Climate change is serious. And this is getting worse and worse every year. Remember that from January coming down this year, the time has been very, very hot. And hurricanes love warm water. That thrive on warm water. When it comes off the coast of Africa and come into the Caribbean Sea, they love the warm water. And I want you all to listen to what the National Hurricane Center in Miami is saying, the latest advice that they have. Let's listen to what they're saying in Miami. Listen to this, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center. It's 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, June 29th. We're coming on this afternoon with a very dangerous situation that's unfolding for the Windward Islands, places like Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, with Hurricane Beryl, which has just become a hurricane this afternoon, expected to quickly intensify and be a major hurricane as it moves through the Windward Islands late tomorrow night and early Monday. So we've got about another day to get ready for this dangerous storm, dangerous hurricane force winds, the eye wall of a major hurricane passing somewhere through the Windward Islands as we go from Sunday night into Monday morning, the potential for life-threatening storm surge. So we're going to walk through all those hazards here. Here we're looking at the big picture. Here you can see Hurricane Beryl has rapidly strengthened. Remember, this time yesterday, we just had the formation of Tropical Depression 2. Now it's a hurricane with maximum sustained winds 75 miles per hour. It's centered just over 700 miles to the east-southeast of Barbados here in the Windward Islands, moving very quickly toward the west at 22 miles per hour. So it's going to be approaching the Windward Islands very quickly through the night tonight, during the day Sunday, and into Sunday night and Monday. So as we zoom in, we'll take a closer look. You can see the intense thunderstorm activity developing here. We've seen some microwave satellite imagery showing an eye wall developing underneath this high cloud canopy. So we are seeing Beryl continue to quickly strengthen today, and it's in a very favorable environment with very warm waters, very low vertical wind shear, expecting those intensification trends to continue. Let's take a look at the key messages here. These are the two or three most important points we want to take away with Beryl tonight. Beryl is expected to be a dangerous major hurricane when it moves through the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday, bringing potentially destructive hurricane force winds in the eye wall, life-threatening storm surge. We have hurricane watches and warnings in effect for the Windward Islands. We'll talk about those more in just a minute. The potential for heavy rainfall and localized flooding across portions of the Windward Islands as well as Beryl moves through. And then farther downstream, Beryl is going to continue to be a hurricane as it moves through across the Caribbean Sea as we go through the early to middle portions of next week, and interest in places like Jamaica, Hispaniola, Cuba, even the Yucatan Peninsula will want to monitor the progress of Beryl through the next several days. Here's what we're looking at in watches and warnings right now. We have a hurricane warning that's been issued for Barbados. We have a hurricane watch in effect for St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, down to Grenada. Everywhere in this hurricane watch and warning area is at risk of the eye wall of a major hurricane moving through that region tomorrow night and early Monday. Also at risk of that life-threatening storm surge. We could see surge as high as 5 to 7 feet above normal tide levels, with the addition of destructive wave action on top of that storm surge. So if you live in Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Grenada, listen to the advice from your local officials. You still have the rest of the night tonight and much of the day Sunday and Sunday evening to get ready. The arrival time of those tropical storm force winds is going to be during the evening hours on Barbados tomorrow night, and into the overnight and early morning hours in the rest of the Windward Island chain. And we could see tropical storm conditions farther to the north and south, but we're most concerned about those islands under those hurricane watches and warnings. The risk of hurricane force winds is generally roughly equal in places like Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, down to Grenada. So everybody in those areas needs to prepare as if you're going to experience the core of a major hurricane. And we look into the rainfall forecast, again, widespread amounts of 3 to 6 inches in portions of Barbados and the Windward Islands, which could produce localized flooding, especially in mountainous areas. We zoom out a little bit, take a look at the larger picture of what we expect Beryl to do as we go through the week next week. Beryl is expected to become a major hurricane by the overnight hours tomorrow night and into Monday, continue as a major hurricane into the Eastern Caribbean, passing relatively far to the south of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, could see some enhanced rainfall there, and then continue west-northwestward to westward across the central and northwestern Caribbean, perhaps moving close to the portions of Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, portions of Cuba as we go from Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. So interest in those areas, we'll want to pay close attention to the progress of Beryl over the next several days. We are going to have both the Air Force Reserve and NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft flying into Beryl early Sunday morning, give us a better idea of the intensity and the size, structure, and motion of the hurricane. We'll be able to use to refine our forecast and information about those hazards as we head through the rest of the weekend and into early next week. Now, that's not all we have going on across the tropics. Unfortunately, in the Atlantic, it's still a couple areas we're watching. One is a broad area of low pressure here over the Yucatan Peninsula that has a 50% chance of becoming a tropical depression as it moves into the southern Gulf of Mexico over the next day or so. This system's going to emerge out here in the southern Gulf and then move towards the western Gulf Coast to the coast of Mexico here during the day on Sunday. We could see a short-lived tropical depression or even tropical storm form, but the main impact from this system is going to be that heavy rainfall as it moves from the Yucatan into Mexico. Otherwise, we are also looking at a broad area of low pressure that's formed out here in the eastern tropical Atlantic. And that system, as I go back to the outlook here, has a 30% chance of becoming a tropical depression or tropical storm over the next 2 days, but a 70% chance, a high chance of formation of becoming a tropical depression or tropical storm as it moves quickly across the tropical Atlantic. It could reach the Windward Islands, the Lesser Antilles, later next week. So this will be something we'll want to watch after Beryl moves out. We could be looking at another system approaching the islands there. So again, just a reminder, the key messages for Beryl were the concern of a major hurricane impacting Barbados, the Windward Island chain, as we go from Sunday night into Monday. With the potential for destructive hurricane force winds, life-threatening storm surge inundation. So folks in those islands, please prepare. Please listen to any advice that you're given by your local government officials, and stay tuned to hurricanes.gov for more information as we go throughout the rest of the weekend and into early next week. I'm Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center.
There you have it. We are asking everyone, all of us in Jamaica, everyone, please be on the alert. This is not a joke. This is serious. This is not a joke. Based on what is going on within the entire Caribbean, and based on what is going on, I should say, with global warming and everything like that, we have to be very, very careful. Be very careful. I was trying to get news clipping out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's very I'm trying to figure out something here. But what we're saying, everyone, be on the alert, be very careful. As what the Prime Minister of Jamaica, St. Vincent, Jamaica and Barbados is saying to their people, take precaution. Many of us, as I said before, we don't have the money. We don't have the money to really chop the trees down and do all sort of things and so forth. We don't really have that. But if we can go to somebody else's home, listen to the radio in Jamaica, listen to the radios in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados, St. Lucia, and all those other Caribbean islands. We are Caribbean brothers and sisters. And based on what the Hurricane Center in Miami has just told us, that this thing is a powerful hurricane. When you see the eye of the hurricane rolling around, we have to be very careful, people. Do not take this thing lightly. I'm not a hurricane or a weatherman, but I love to update my family and friends on my platform. And, you know, we're going to keep you guys updated. We're going to keep you updating everything that we're doing. I'm going to see if I can get the latest advisory for 8 o'clock Eastern Caribbean Standard Time. That's what, the one I gave you a while ago was for 5 o'clock. Let me see if I can get the one for 8 o'clock this time and see where this hurricane is. We have to be very vigilant in what we're doing. Let me see if I can get it here. Hold on for me, please. Let me see if I can get the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. We're live on the Mequito Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me see something here. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay, we are not getting the latest advisories yet. Maybe I'm the one who is not. Oh, okay, thank you. What I'm being told that yes, what I'm being told that the next advisory is supposed to come out at 10 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time. We're hour ahead of Jamaica. It's 8 o'clock in Jamaica now, 8:03 in Jamaica now. It's 9:03 here in the United States. So we're hour ahead of them. So what I'm being told is that the next advisory is supposed to be at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Okay. Yes. So we're going to see if we can get that at that time. If not, then all I'm going to say to everyone, If anybody want to give me a call to encourage your family members, anybody from Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines who are watching us, the numbers that I'm gonna put up on this on the bottom of the screen is going across the screen, the stream there. It is a WhatsApp number 9545298030. It is also a WhatsApp number. We have to check ourselves here in South Florida to find out what is going on, because although the Hurricane Center in Miami is saying everything is heading right towards the Caribbean, we don't know, because we have been having a little bit of breeze today, little shower rain, yes, now and then. Winnie, if you're still on with us, Winnie, please be very careful over there in Barbados. Winnie, if you're still on with us, please be very, very careful over there in Barbados. And our numbers are up on the screen there, 954-529-8030. It is also a WhatsApp number. I have been told that there have been a freak storm in Jamaica a couple of days ago that knocked out power in St. Elizabeth. Mandeville was underwater. So if that is the case, people must be very prepared, because we do not know, based on the track of this Hurricane Beryl. It can turn, of course it can turn. We agreed can turn, and we pray to God to turn. We pray to God to turn, go out in the sea. We pray to God to turn and go out in the sea. It doesn't hit the Windward Islands, nor Barbados, nor St. Vincent and the Grenadines, nor St. Lucia. We pray to God no hurricane threaten the Caribbean for this year, because we can't afford it. Our people within the Caribbean, especially Jamaica, we can't afford it. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of people within Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they can't afford it either. And people within the Cayman Islands, my family in the Cayman Islands and friends, pray to God that this thing doesn't hit, because Cayman is a little dot in the Caribbean Sea. There's a little peanut little dot in the Caribbean Sea. A peanut little dot in the Caribbean Sea. And I remember when Hurricane Ivan hit Cayman, everybody thought there was no life in Cayman. There was no life at all, because water covered the entire Cayman. But God in his mercies spare us. I was there for that hurricane at the Chrissy Tomlinson Memorial Hospital. We're all bunkered there. Dr. T, good night to you, sir. Dr. E. Banks, Miss Eva, good night. Boy, Cayman, my other home. So, we have to be very careful in what we're saying, in what we're doing, that, people must get themselves prepared. Prepare yourself. Make sure you have enough drinking water. For those in Jamaica, if you can't afford it, then you have to call on your friends or your family overseas to assist you. And during the course of the week, if you can afford to get someone to chop the trees from around your homes, those are very dangerous. I wish to God the government of Jamaica could go on a cutting tree drive around the people in house. They spend how much billions of dollars, $1.something trillion gone missing. $700 billion gone missing is unaccountable from the health ministry. Some of that money could help with to help Jamaican people to cut trees from around their homes. That's to show that you love the Jamaican people if you truly love them. Find out who are less fortunate Prime Minister Holness and cut the trees from around people's home. You have some people who live in the inner city and the gully bank, that they have some trees, ackee tree, apple tree, mango tree over their houses that they can hardly afford to cut it down. We didn't tell them they're going to go to the bank to live, but my God, that's the only place they could get to live. Show some love to the people. Go over there and find out in other places around Jamaica and find out if you can allocate some money and cut the trees from around the people's house. The same way you have money to clean the rivers and to clean the gully, you should have some money set aside to cut trees from around people's homes who can't afford to cut the trees. Miss Matty and Sister Tem, Mas Joe, Miss Gretel, they can't afford to cut the trees from around their homes. But we're praying to God that in his mercies that he will turn back any threat towards poor people who can't afford certain things. You hear this? I want him now. We must big up our breadfruit tree. But in the name of Jesus. Bye. Yes. Thank you, Miss Winnie. Thank you for the videos. Let me see if I can get these videos here. Yes. Everyone who lives in the Caribbean must be on high alert. Must be on high alert. Let me see if I can send this video to my email and show everyone here on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Miss Winnie, be careful in Barbados. Please do not go out. Look like she go out on the veranda. Go take the picture for come give me, you know. Lord have his mercy, Miss Winnie. Be careful, be careful. Let me see if I can get it upload to my email. Hold on for me. Let me go back to here. I need to stop this right here. Hold on. Stop this. Here we go. Don't go anywhere. One moment for me, please. Let me see what Miss Winnie has just sent to me. Anyone from St. Vincent and the Grenadines who are watching us, or you have family members in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, have them call the program and tell us what is going on in St. Vincent, in St. Lucia. What is really going on there now? Are they feeling any rain? Feeling the breeze rather than having any rain? Are they having any rain? Are they feeling any breeze going on there? We're all families. We're all one Caribbean people. You hear the song Rally, Rally around the West Indies? Well, the Make We Talk program going to rally, rally around the West Indies tonight. We have to pray for our people. We have to pray for our people. We're going to see if we can get an update, as I said, from the Hurricane Center in Miami. We're also trying to get an update on what is going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're working on that. Hopefully we can before we come off the program tonight. We're seriously working on that one. Let me go over here to get this video in from Miss Winnie. Hold on for me, please. Okay, let me go over here now. Yeah. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Michael Andrew Holness, the Honorable Andrew Holness, and the Honorable Mayor Amoy Motley has put their nation on high alert. Let's see what Miss Winnie have just sent to me. It's a bit dark over there in Barbados. You can hear the rain. Thank you so much, Miss Winnie. Thank you. Boy, the Make We Talk program gone all abroad to you, know, man. Boy, Miss Winnie is working. Thank you very much, Miss Winnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do not forget to like. Oh yes, thank you very much, Johnny. Thank you. Yes, what we're gonna do, we're gonna play back the video of the hurricane schedule out of my. Hold on for me. I see something here. When was this? Okay, there is something. I wonder if I can play this and it don't strike my channel. Sometimes these people strike people channels. Hold on for me. Let me play something that I see just come up on my one of my computers is down. Don't know why. The computer just went down. Hold on there. I'm going over to the great
Tropical
Fox News.
Storm Beryl just formed in the Atlantic.
Yep, we've got a named storm, way too early, of course, but that's not the only thing you're looking at out there either.
No, but I want to throw this stat at you guys, and I'm going to repeat this if you missed it before. This will be the furthest east forming hurricane ever during June or July. So there's never been a hurricane that's formed, this far out there this early. So that says a lot. Normally we would see this September.
So the good news is this one is likely going to stay south according to the models, right?
For Florida, yes. I do not want to rule out an impact to Texas in particular yet. Texas or Mexico, we'll keep an eye on that. But here's the latest stats we just got in about 3 minutes ago from the folks at the Hurricane Center. So this is officially the 11 p.m. advisory. Sustained winds up to 40 now. Movement has slowed down to 18 miles an hour. Pressure is coming down to 1,006 millibars, rapidly going to strengthen over the weekend. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised they don't have it stronger. They've looked through everything. They're some of the best meteorologists we have for tropical weather in the world. I kind of thought they would have had this as a 3 by this point, but we'll see what happens. Nonetheless, it's going to be a hurricane that hits parts of St. Lucia, Barbados in a very rare fashion on Monday. So if you have any family or friends in these islands, they need to prepare now for a hurricane on Monday, strengthening to, at least as of this advisory, a Category 2 Monday night into Tuesday with maximum sustained winds of 105. And then we will focus at the end of the comb. This is a Wednesday p.m., 8 p.m. next Wednesday. The center may be as far north as northern Cuba and as far south as about right here. To be honest, I think at worst, the center would come for about western Cuba, then bend back into the Gulf. I have a really hard time thinking that this storm is going to hook a hard right turn and come up into Florida the end of next week. And the reason why is we have 2 areas of high pressure, one over the Atlantic and then another one that's going to give a lot of hot weather to the U.S. the end of next week. Now, I will give a caveat here. This is just how Mama Nature works with meteorology, and we know this in history with hurricanes in setups like this. If this storm somehow way overperforms the forecast, gets to Category 4 strength this weekend, that would probably change the forecast a lot, because hurricanes, when they get that strong, tend to track further north and even try to go into the ridge and force the ridge apart. We've seen that before in Florida over the years. So if this thing somehow is really strong over the weekend, then maybe I could see a more further north track and maybe some South Florida impact the end of next week. I still think that's pretty unlikely. A weaker storm, it's still a hurricane, but a weaker storm probably would trend to track more further west along this yellow line, in my opinion, towards the Yucatan Peninsula, the middle and end of next week. That's not the only hurricane, as crazy as that is for how early it is. Here's the GFS model. There's Hurricane Beryl on Monday. Look at the system behind it, either Chris or Debbie. There's a system in the Gulf. If that forms this weekend into Chris, then this would become Debbie. But that will be another hurricane, in my opinion, on Wednesday. Those islands could get hit twice by 2 hurricanes in 3 days. Next week. Now, you see the GFS takes Beryl's remnants south of Cuba and then will throw them into the Yucatan Peninsula. So that would give maybe some rain to the Keys next week, but nothing really other than that. Here's the European model I want to show you. It also does pretty similar with the timing. It's a little bit weaker and takes Beryl a little bit further south through the Caribbean, then also has Chris there behind it. Let me show you our Fox model really quickly, and you can see it does a great job. This is exclusive to us here at Fox 35. Clearly a pretty strong hurricane at face value. Our Fox model says this is going to be a Category 3 on Monday. You see it right there. Then another storm behind it. The one behind it also could get to hurricane status, but notice there at noon next Wednesday, south of Hispaniola and still moving west, safely away from Florida.
There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. So, Caribbean people, we have to be preparing, both here in South Florida. It is going, they say going south of Cuba. Jamaica may get the outer ban of everything. Cayman Islands and other Caribbean nations may get the outer ban of the rain and the breeze and so forth. But we have to be very prepared. We have to be very, very prepared. Make sure we have, as I said before, all our water and everything else that we can have, you know. Make sure we have our water and so forth. Let me see if I can get a live feed of the National Hurricane Center in Miami of what is going on. If not, then hold on for me. Let me figure out something here. Let me figure out something here. One moment for me, please. Boy, YouTube is light up. There's pure live thing going on YouTube. Okay, hold on for me. One moment, please. Don't go anywhere. Bear with me here. Trying to get this live feed up to see if we can get a live feed out of the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Okay. Apparently not. 10 hours ago. No, I need the latest advisory. The latest advisory at 9 p.m. Okay. One moment, please. We're working on something here. If you're just joining us, we're tracking Hurricane Beryl. We are tracking Hurricane Beryl. Okay. Nah. There is a hurricanes website that named NOAA. But named NOAA. I'm trying to get that up because they have the latest advisory at all times. But for some reason, my system here is giving me something else. Anyway, if you're just joining us, we're talking about hurricanes. Hurricane Beryl is heading towards Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia. Oh, come on. St. Lucia and other Caribbean countries. I did, you know, for people who live in the lower areas, low-lying areas like riverbanks and so forth, I did it. I did. Hold on for me, please. I think someone just sent me something here a while ago. One moment for me, please. Let me figure out something here. I did mention people living in lower areas. Okay, I just got something here. Let me send this over. Okay, hold on for me, please. I just got something. Thank you very much for just sending me this. Bear with me, please, people. That's why I have to love my YouTubers, you know, the people who subscribe to my channel. I have to love you guys because you guys make sure that Jeffrey get what he want. And somebody just sent me something here. I think it's the latest advisory. Is it the latest advisory or there's something else yet? Well, still can use this one. I think it's this. Hold on there. I think it's this one here. Yes. One moment for me, please. There's, oh, hold on there. Let me come out of this and go into this. One moment, please. Miss Beryl, Miss Winnie, please be very careful over there in Barbados. Please be very careful. Here we go.
Thank you for being part of this weather community. I do it for safety in situations like this. We do have a hurricane that is going to be working in. Right now, it's a tropical storm. It's getting stronger. Now, we're going to be okay. We just need to kind of get through this, and there'll be a second area back behind it. It's going to be a long season, but what we need to do now is take those preparations for hurricane conditions in some spots. Safety is the priority with this. We have 2 days to finish those preparations. Today and tomorrow, everything needs to be done by tomorrow night. I'll get very specific island by island. I want to break it down, the worst weather, the winds, the rain, everything very specifically in this video as we go island by island. And I want to take a look at the two biggest keys to watch as this eventually works its way through the Caribbean. So we have these two spots here. This is now Tropical Storm Beryl. Here's the latest track. Everything in good agreement with the track. Look at everything out there. This will bring a hurricane into Barbados early on Monday. And I'm going to zoom down in a moment so we could go hour by hour. And then this hurricane rolls through the Caribbean. It'll be south of Puerto Rico by Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday, very close to the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and eventually over toward Jamaica. A lot of uncertainty over here, so I'll break that part down. But right now, we do have a hurricane watch for Barbados that will quickly be switched to a hurricane warning. And we'll see more watches and warnings as we get into several of our islands going forward. Here's the most likely track, and this has been on track over the last several days. I've been showing you this map, just making some small tweaks. So everything stays on track. We are clearly in action mode in these locations. Anywhere from Dominica back through Trinidad and Tobago, we're in action mode. Not all of these spots are going to get hurricane conditions. Hurricanes can wobble a little bit. Makes a big difference island by island, as we well know. But there is going to be tree and structure damage where the core of Beryl comes in, mudslides and power loss. Now, where the core comes in, that's the center, the strongest winds around what will eventually be an eye wall. Winds gusting to 210 kilometers an hour or 130 miles per hour. Again, not for all of us. So I'm going to break that down island by island in this video. Now, down the road, a lot of question marks. What happens? Here's Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba. Here's Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. We are in monitor mode right now for Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Now, there are some indications whatever this is could stay just to the south, but more indications are this could kind of scrape by Haiti and the Dominican Republic, potentially with some flooding rain, and then head into the direction of Jamaica by Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday in these areas, but Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, we're on high alert. We're in monitor mode, and by tomorrow, we may have to start taking action for the possibility of tropical storm or hurricane conditions as we get into next week. And I'll show you the scenarios I'm seeing with that as we get into the Caribbean. We have one little tropical disturbance sliding by. You may be getting some rain this morning in spots, but it's this area here. And my friends here in Belize, I'm not losing sight of us in Belize, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, even parts of Nicaragua. This disturbance will work its way into the Yucatan and Belize and work its way back toward Mexico with some flooding rain. So keep me posted in the comments what you're getting. Trying to watch everyone. Of course, this here happens to be the biggest situation. Models stay in very good agreement, bringing a hurricane into Barbados near St. Lucia, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Grenada, as we work our way into Monday, and then sliding, you see, just south of Haiti and the DR. But either way, even if it's just south, that'll bring some extra rain and then head it toward the general direction of Jamaica. But this doesn't tell us what the strength will be. Take a look at this map. This is going out in time. Now,
not how you would have done it.
This is a day out in time, 2 days. This is 3 days, and then 4 days out in time. These are the computer models. The green shading here, a stronger tropical storm, and then by tomorrow becoming a hurricane. And by the way, this is going to be a record-breaking hurricane. This will be the earliest we've had a hurricane this far east in the Atlantic on record. We haven't seen development this aggressive this early in the season, this far out in the Atlantic. So it looks like this will be a record-breaking hurricane. This will become a hurricane tomorrow and or the next day. And then getting stronger, could become a Category 2 hurricane, potentially close to a Category 3. I'll show you the potential for rapid strengthening in just a second. But then it kind of tails off a little bit. That's because there'll be some wind shear. And that's why I was mentioning down the road for Jamaica, everything looks like it's pointed at us, which it is as of now. But we could get some changes in the strength. Now, here's the broad picture. Here's this area here. I mentioned some of the flood potential. Belize back toward the Yucatan today. And then watching this here in the second area back behind it also looks like it wants to develop. So this is by tomorrow afternoon. There could be a tropical storm trying to develop in the Bay of Campeche. Here is Beryl, which should become a hurricane, will become a hurricane. And there's that area back behind it. I'll zoom down very close in just a second. And then here on Monday, the hurricane moves in for some of our islands, starts to work in. This area over here brings some flooding rain to Mexico. And then this area back here starts to develop, and it's going to follow the same path. The patterns during the hurricane season are very critical, and I'll show you that with that area of high pressure. Then on Tuesday, this area would be south of Puerto Rico. We may get some rain in Puerto Rico. I don't have any indications that this is going to move into Puerto Rico, but of course, you know I am watching this for you. And then this starts to work its way near Haiti and Jamaica, even eastern Cuba. The American model shows weakening, though, at this point. So maybe a scenario that we're preparing for hurricane conditions in Jamaica, and then the system could fall apart. I hope that happens, but it's a wait and see. And then you see that second system coming in, also showing some signs eventually of weakening. So the conditions are not as good for development or keeping some of the strength in the Caribbean, which is good. I'm just hoping that holds, because we don't need this powerful hurricane, what is to become a powerful hurricane, to stick together too terribly long. All right, let's get into some closer looks. Here's Barbados. This is Sunday night. Tomorrow night, worse weather is still just to the east, but this is Monday morning. It starts to work in tomorrow night, and Monday morning conditions go downhill, so you need to be where you need to be. You need to be in place by tomorrow evening. Barbados, hurricane conditions moving in. Trinidad and Tobago, especially Tobago, at least some tropical storm conditions moving in. We're going to break that down. And then this hurricane will move from Barbados towards St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada through the day on Monday. St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada, we could have some of the worst weather. It'll be strengthening as it moves in. The hurricane will be right here watching Dominica and Martinique. We're going to be on the edge of this. We're making the preps. Hopefully some of this misses us, but then this will get a little bit stronger. And you can see here by Tuesday morning, it's out of the picture, and we'll be seeing if we have any cleanup to do and all that sort of thing. But I just want you safe. Safety is the number one thing. Please share this information. You don't need to subscribe or anything like that. Just get the word out, the correct word out about this, and then we'll keep an eye on that next system that will be on its heels. Now, let's get to the winds here as we work our way into Sunday. So this is tomorrow evening. And gustier winds are going to start to pick up tomorrow in Barbados. We're going to know something's coming our way. Here's the scale in kilometers an hour and miles per hour. Now let's go out in time. Conditions go downhill quickly tomorrow night into early Monday. Barbados will have some of the heaviest weather working in. We'll watch this hurricane starting to work in. You see here, the core of it could be in Barbados or just to the south with winds. You see generally that red and yellow you're seeing, those are hurricane force winds of anywhere from upwards of 145 kilometers or 90 miles per hour. And that's early on Monday. This is Monday, right around midday. Heavier weather, St. Lucia could have the hurricane conditions, but especially St. Vincent and the Grenadines, all our islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and all our islands of Grenada. We are taking those hurricane preps. We're going to have those done by tomorrow, and then this will swing back into the Caribbean, still strengthening by the time we get into Tuesday morning, but out of the picture. Now, I know we have different means. Some of us are trying to stock up on some water, some food, and we're doing the best we can. If you're new to this sort of situation, we have great people here. Speak with a friend, a neighbor. Maybe you could stay with somebody else. I always think of people that are alone when a hurricane comes. Hurricanes are scary when you have a group of people together, yet alone. So please think of those that may be alone, maybe the elderly. Maybe you could take them in for a day or two just as this passes by. Now, here's the European model.
Fear is a killer, and fear is out to kill you. You
set up here. High pressure is dominant here. High pressure is like a blocker, like a fence. And that's why all of this action will be heading in. And I'm going to go island by island in a second. Hang with me. I know this video is long. Don't like them to be too long, but we have plenty going on. Now, this working our way forward, this is on late Sunday. So tomorrow night, we'll start to see this hurricane starting to make its way in. High pressure up here, keeping this moving to the west. There's no way for this to escape because we have the blocker up here. Now, going forward, we're also watching this back here, the Bay of Campeche. This could briefly become a named system. So my friends in Mexico, we're watching out for additional flooding moving in, especially tomorrow into Monday as that system rolls in. This is Monday morning. Now, here's what's going on Monday morning. We have a brief breakdown in the area of high pressure. We have the hurricane moving in on Monday, as I was just showing you. And then to the north of there, I'm going to keep an eye on a front. And I want to get into this in a second. There's a front back to the north. So this is Monday morning. This is late in the day on Monday. And you see here the hurricane moves across into the Eastern Caribbean. Here's Puerto Rico right here. Here's this front up here. So there's this area, a front that starts to move in. So sometimes that could tug a system back to the north. But the issue is that front moves in so quickly and then moves out. Let me show you that here. Here's Puerto Rico. And you see it staying to the south of Puerto Rico. And this here is by Tuesday. We could get some heavier rain in Haiti and the DR. We're in monitor mode, of course, and then this will get closer to the toward parts of eastern Cuba and Jamaica. So there's that front, tugs it just a little bit to the north, but it also shows some weakening with this. It shows a weakening system. We'll see if that holds. Intensity is the hardest thing to forecast. And then this here is by the time we get into Wednesday morning in Jamaica, we could have a tropical storm or hurricane nearby. But the front moves away. High pressure builds in so very quickly. And that's why this action is staying to the south of the United States. High pressure builds in again. That front moves away quickly. High pressure builds in. You have another barrier here, and that keeps both of these systems moving to the west-northwest. There's that next system. By the time we get into Wednesday, that could bring some tropical storm conditions again to some of the same spots in the Eastern Caribbean. And then we'll see what is this system here. Is it a hurricane or is it a system that's falling apart? In long-term, watching over toward Belize, Central America, Honduras, of course, and there are some tropical storm conditions that could once again move in on Wednesday into the Eastern Caribbean. There's that area of high pressure keeping this action moving to the west-northwest. Now, the European, the American, the Canadian all have this as a hurricane and an intensifying hurricane moving into Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Grenada on the edge of Martinique and Dominica, on the edge of Trinidad and Tobago. The ICON, the German model, has this as a strong tropical storm. So all of the models are generally in good agreement. Now, the two things that I'm really watching out for is the heat content and the wind shear. These are the real biggies as we go forward. Well, what the heck is that? The heat content is not just warm water. We know the water is warm. It's acting like August out there. But you see this kind of orangey shading in here? So here's Haiti and the DR, Puerto Rico. Here's Trinidad. This is not just warm water, but it's really deep warm water. When a system passes deep warm water, it could rapidly intensify. And that's the concern with this system. And that's the concern going forward. So that's not good. It's going to pass very warm water. So as it churns up the water, it just brings up more warm water and it feeds off of it. That's not playing in our favor. What may play in our favor down the road is the wind shear. So it's a give and take between the heat content and the wind shear. And that's why there's uncertainty what happens in Jamaica. This is by the time we get into Wednesday. Here's Cuba. The system would be right about here. Here's the other tropical storm moving in. You can see right here, but there's a lot of wind shear nearby. Those are winds that come across in the upper levels and just kind of knock off the thunderstorm tops of hurricanes and tropical storms. That's good. So I'm hoping the wind shear is strong. We'll see. We'll be fine-tuning that together over the next couple of days. Now, look at the intense rain, though, moving in anywhere from St. Lucia south through Trinidad and Tobago. Now, the worst of the rain will be Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, and Barbados, and on the edge of St. Lucia. The core of this, easily 150 millimeters of rain or 6 inches of rain. Now, with the core of it here, here's Trinidad. What's going to happen? Trinidad Monday. But
Tired of typing tons of notes during class?
But as the core of this is just to the north, that could wrap in some bands of rain. It could be a scenario in Trinidad where some of us don't get a ton and others get absolutely dumped on. So we'll just be monitoring that. But let me break it down here, island by island. This is kind of the worst case scenario, just to give you kind of, and I hope it's less. So hopefully it is less than this. But let's start with Dominica. The worst weather would be Monday, but it may be to the south. That's the hope for Dominica, that the worst weather would be just to the south. But as of now, we're taking tropical storm preps. Winds will be around 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour. The rain, 75 millimeters or 3 inches of rain or more. And if this nudges just to the north closer to us, we could have some power loss. But as I've been showing you the last few days, Dominica, yes, we're taking preps, but we're going to be on the edge of some of the worst weather. It's a little bit worse as we get to the south, back through Martinique. Winds on Monday, 110 kilometers an hour, or 70 miles per hour. The rain, 100 millimeters or 4 inches of rain, and we will have some power loss in Martinique. We work our way to the south of there, St. Lucia. This is where we're going to deal with hurricane conditions for a period of time on Monday. My friends in St. Lucia, we are taking those preps. They will be done by tomorrow. Winds 135 kilometers an hour, or 85 miles per hour. The rain, 125 millimeters or 5 inches of rain. We'll have power loss and mudslides in St. Lucia, or at least some rock and landslides. Barbados, Monday, especially early in the day, deteriorating tomorrow night, Sunday night into early Monday. The hurricane moves in, winds 160 kilometers an hour, 100 miles per hour, some higher gust with this. The rain, 125 millimeters or 5 inches of rain or higher. We will lose power. Some of the power grids, by the way, will shut off if you are on a power grid. Sometimes they shut them off ahead of time. You know how that goes. So again, very strong winds. We're going to see this working into Barbados starting tomorrow night. So those preps, we're finishing those today and early tomorrow. St. Vincent the Grenadines, we have a hurricane headed our way. It could be a strengthening hurricane. In St. Vincent the Grenadines, all of our islands in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 175 kilometers an hour or 110 miles per hour. The gust could be even higher. We have a hurricane coming. Rain, 125 millimeters or 5 inches of rain. We could expect to be without power for a good portion of time, and those mudslides and the flooding. We have a hurricane on the way. Grenada, hurricane conditions moving in. Winds 145 miles per hour or 145 kilometers an hour or 90 miles per hour. The rain, 125 millimeters or 5 inches or more of rain, power loss, and mudslides. There's a chance the core could be just to the north. There's the chance the core of this could be clipping us by. So again, it's going to wobble as it kind of comes in. That's going to make a big difference. Some of us will be, hey, this is better than I thought. Others, this will be a little bit worse than I thought, but that's why we're taking those preparations. Let me swing here, Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, as we get into our northern zones, that's where we'll have more in the way of tropical storm conditions. The core of this will be to the north, but it will be close by. It could wrap in some tropical storm conditions of 65 kilometers an hour or 40 miles per hour, rain, 100 millimeters or 4 inches of rain plus, and we will monitor for any flooding, which is some of the bands that we'll try to wrap in. Now look at these waves that correspond with several systems. Here's meters. Over here, that's feet. And you see, again, this system that's going to try to spin up Western Gulf and Bay of Campeche first, that'll start to keep the seas very high through tomorrow. Then tomorrow, things start to really build. You can see that there, the core of this, the brighter color showing up. This works in on Monday, and you see the wave heights upwards of 6 meters. We're talking some spots could get up to 25 to 30 feet. We are going to have that storm surge, intense coastal flooding where this comes on. And then you can see here, this system starts to work close. We're going to see swells building. Everything's really going to build. Jacmel, Santo Domingo, as we swing back toward Jamaica. This here, excuse me, goes from Tuesday into Wednesday. This is Wednesday. We have this system here and then another system rolling in. So again, terrible seas. Obviously, you know that as well. You know that better than I if you're in the water. So here's the closer look. Now, we do have some of the rain ahead of this as we're making some of the preps. The rain in the southeastern Caribbean today is not tied to Beryl. Here's that other system watching Belize. Mexico, Guatemala, some heavier rain tomorrow, scattered elsewhere. And then here comes the hurricane. That'll start to work in tomorrow night into Barbados. So this is tomorrow night. ABC Islands, we're in between everything once again. Now going forward here, you can see this system, even if it doesn't get a name, will bring that flooding to parts of Mexico. This is Monday. I broke down the hurricane conditions. Now to the north, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Kitts, Nevis, Montserrat, for example.
So there's a free website that will help you come up with YouTube.
Loop. Some of the rain may try to break free and find us, but the core is staying down south. And then as we work our way into Tuesday, here's Puerto Rico. We may get some rain out of this, but the core of it would be to the south. Now, going forward, it's really hard to tell. I mentioned it's going to run into some, yes, the water is very warm, deep warm water, but there's also wind shear in here. So it's a huge question mark in Jamaica. I tell you what I know, what I don't know. Jamaica, Haiti, the DR, Cuba, I've got a lot of question marks about the strength of this down the road, but we're in monitor mode. Tomorrow, most likely, we're going to have to start making some of the preps. And then you see here the potential of another tropical storm moving in by the time we get into Wednesday. It's just crazy to see a scenario like this late in June into July, early July. This is stuff we do in August and September. So this is not typical at all, but we'll take it storm by storm as we go throughout the season. Jamaica, isolated showers and storms today. As we get back toward the Cayman Islands, isolated shower storm. We have some wet weather already around Trinidad and Tobago, but all eyes are on Monday, and that goes here. I've been spelling it out for Barbados. Sunday night into Monday. Monday, we have a hurricane moving in to St. Lucia, Grenada. We have a hurricane on Monday. We have a hurricane on Monday, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a strengthening hurricane. Please make those preparations and talk to a friend or a neighbor. It's always good to go through these things with a community. Martinique, watching out kind of on the borderline. We'll see some bands of rain trying to work in. Same thing in Dominica as we work our way into Monday. Guadeloupe, some of the rain may try to break free on Monday. And you see the uptick in rain. Antigua and Barbuda, I was just mentioning us. We'll see some of the showers and storms trying to work in. St. Kitts and Nevis, rain chance does take up on Monday. Anguilla and St. Bart seeing some isolated showers and storms. 20 to 30% chance. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. 30 to 40% chance in Puerto Rico. I'll monitor things very carefully for Puerto Rico, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. 40% chance of some showers and some storms in the Bahamas. 20% chance in Turks and Caicos the next few days. Scattered storms in the Dominican Republic, but all eyes on Beryl to see what it will do down the road. Same thing as we work our way toward Haiti. Isolated storms in the short term. 40, 50% chance of rain. But if you get the rain in Belize, we could have some of that flooding that will be with us. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, everything's been really up and around us. That pattern continues to go on. And by the way, if you are dry, you are hot. We are so hot this time of year. Guyana, watching out for some areas of flooding, not losing sight. But again, this system stays to the north of Guyana and Suriname. Scattered rain and storms in Cuba. We'll see what happens as we get into the upcoming week. 60 to 70% chance of rain, Costa Rica and Panama, and about a 50% chance of some rain and storms and the potential of flooding in Nicaragua. Honduras, 40 to 50% chance, 60 to 70% chance. Some of it could be heavy. Guatemala, El Salvador, back toward Mexico City, watching out for the high flood potential with this tropical disturbance that will be sliding from the Yucatan of Mexico back into Mexico. Isolated showers and storms in Colombia, 30% chance, 30 to 40% chance northern Venezuela, and about a 30% chance the next few days in Bermuda. So safety, the number one concern. Hurricane conditions are coming in. Worst weather arrives very early Monday through the day on Monday. I'll be tracking this thing as we go throughout the Caribbean to show you what's next. And then that next tropical wave back behind it, which also looks like it may become a tropical storm. So unusually active out there, but we'll go storm by storm and we'll go through these things together as we always do. I'll try to get to those comments throughout the day. I'll do the best. I'll be watching this nonstop, of course, behind the scenes. Forecast is locked in. If there's changes, I will let you know and I'll continue to give you those updates. Please.
There you have it. There you have it in depth. In depth, in depth, in depth, in depth. There you have it. We have to be very careful. We have to tell our family to be on alert. Good night to you, Reggae Girl. How you doing? Good night to all my subscribers on YouTube. For those who are just coming on, we are having hurricane update, which is going on within the Caribbean. Not only Jamaica alone, we're all Caribbean people rally around the West Indies. And It is now 9:48. You just have an update pertaining to the hurricane. It's now 9:49. 8:49 in Kingston, Jamaica. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world on the Eastern Caribbean, this is the Mecwi Talk program with yours truly, Jeffrey T. or Jeffrey Tavares, LLC. Thank you all very much for coming on. We're going to keep you all updated. We just got this latest advisory from the from the Hurricane, I wouldn't say the National Hurricane Center, but this person who gave us the in-depth update about the hurricane, he has done a great job. Wonderful job he has done. Let me see something here. Let me stop this right here. I don't want you to go through any hurricane. Hurricane Ivan alone in Cayman. Hurricane Gilbert in 1988 in Jamaica. My. That was something else. There you go. Okay. 12 hours ago. All right. We don't have any more update to give you. We just want to tell you all thanks. For those who are on our channel, if you want to call in and talk to us about anything, the numbers are running across the stream down there, 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number, 945-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. Hey, Johnny, thanks much. 954. What am I saying? 954-529-8030. It is also a WhatsApp number. You can call in and tell us what's going on. I wonder what's going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I wish I had people over there. The only person over there, but I can't call him this time of night. I don't think he'll answer my phone at this time. But, you can call in and tell us what you think is going to happen. Because at the end of the day, we're all Caribbean people. We need to know what's going on in the neck of the woods. If you have any family in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in St. Lucia, please let us know. Have them call us and tell us what's going on. Have them call us and tell us what's going on. What on earth is this? Yes. Have them call us and tell us what is going on. Can you call Reggae Girls and find out from me what's going on? If you can give me a call over here on my program. I just need an update to know what is going on, Reggae Girl. I would love to hear what's going on over there. Okay, here we have a call coming in. One moment for us, please. One moment, please. One moment. Good night. Hello? Hello? Hold on here. Hello, good night. Hello? 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 I don't know. These people are playing games. The number to call is 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. Hello, good night.
No, man, we're not playing games, man. I don't know how I'm stopping in there. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. We calling in from Barbados.
Yes, what's going on in Barbados? Tell us what's going on over Barbados now.
Man, we are, everybody is really on alert. We are preparing ourselves for the system. I like the man there that you just shared, who shared the tracking of the system that is coming our way.
Yes.
I think he does a fantastic job. Our people were out today trying to do their last minute shopping, trying to ensure that they have adequate supplies should we be impacted negatively. Our Prime Minister and our government officials would have spoken to the country and encouraged them to do what is necessary. They are going to be out in the various areas of the country that are normally impacted by water and that sort of thing. So they will be out to encourage the people and give them what support they can. But I think all in all, Barbadians are making themselves as ready as they can to receive whatever may come their way. But you know, in the final analysis, we put it all into God's hand, you know, and we ask that the Supreme Being watch over us and protect us from any dangers that may be lurking in the winds and the rains that may be engulfed in the hurricane.
Yes, sir. And
I trust that Jamaica would fare well and that you would not be too negatively impacted, because I know you have your mountains and you have a lot of vegetation over there as far as the trees and whatnot. That would attract the clouds and whatnot. But I pray that your people will be well and that they would fare well, and our fellow Caribbean sisters and brothers.
Indeed, my friend. I want to tell you thanks for calling in, sir. And I'm praying and hoping that you be safe over there, and you know that the system may end up go somewhere else and not come towards you guys.
Yes, we can only put it in the Supreme Being hand and allow him to work his will out.
Thank you very much. I want to say thanks to all my Barbados family. I've never been there before.
Yeah, man.
I've never been there.
You never been there?
No, I actually.
You're missing half your life.
I have friends who lives in the Cayman Islands. Actually, my ex-boss, Dr. Tomlinson's wife. I'm sorry, sister. She married to a gentleman from Barbados, and believe me, I love your prime minister. I don't know why. I just love
This is Ashton Thomas.
Pardon me?
What's your boss name? Ashton Thomas?
No, Dr. Steve Tomlinson.
Steve Tomlin. Okay, sorry.
Yes, and I just want to tell you guys thanks and be safe. Please be safe.
Yeah.
And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you all very much.
Okay, man. Okay, my friend, and keep the good work up and keep us informed as to how your people are doing.
Indeed. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Blessings.
Same to you. There you have it. One of our YouTuber from over there in Barbados giving us a call. There was a call coming in. I want to see if we can get back that call. Let's see if we can get it back. Hopefully the person answer. Yes. For those who want to call in the numbers. Hello, good night. You were calling the Meteorological program?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
Hold on, some people. Yeah, Jeffrey.
Who is this, Mikey? You were calling the program earlier on?
Yeah, we are calling the program.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the BVI.
Oh, tell me what's going on over there.
No, well, over here in sea, but I'm just had that experience in Irma 2017. I'm telling you that hurricane is not a play thing.
Indeed.
Because I was in a category 5 here, right? And every vehicle window blown out. Every window out of every house, furniture, everything, vehicle, boat, everything blew out of the water.
My God.
There's not something where Jamaica people can get take light, you understand?
Indeed.
Yeah, because I am the only one here after the hurricane did not pay any rent. Like most people get rent pay 6 months because their house smashed up, but we had hurricane shutter. And that was save us, you understand?
Yes. And you know,
everybody,
you know something, my friend, you know something too. As what the gentleman from the Hurricane Center just said a while ago, that Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and other 2 Caribbean countries are up for questioning pertaining to this hurricane system here. And you have 2 more systems coming off the coast of Africa, heading straight to us, straight to the Caribbean. So we have to be very careful.
Yeah, I want Jamaica people them to unite, because this is not about no politics now. They have to unite because might be they all ever come together and get them gully behind them house clear if the government can't do that, because all those things required to do, clean all the drainage. You understand?
Yes.
Plus them have to batten up them window. Anybody will live in a like no little board house, them have to evacuate out of that, because I'm telling you, me see this thing. I don't know if we're gonna come a category 5, but the one we had here in 2017, right? That thing blow a container, some boat in the water, you never know that them big like that, and the hurricane take the boat them out the water and put them standing, plane. Every car on the island mash up, everything.
I remember Hurricane Ivan. I was in the Cayman Islands then.
No, just Google. What I'm telling you, what I tell you about, just Google Hurricane Irma. I will see the damage. Just Google Hurricane Irma.
I remember Irma.
Yeah, but I don't think you have seen the damage.
Yes, man, I did.
Okay, well, you can use that and educate the Jamaica people then, because they are well need to educate when it comes to hurricane.
No, man, but
you understand?
Jamaicans went through Hurricane Gilbert, so they know about hurricane.
No, man, Jeffrey. I was there in Gilbert. There is no hurricane come to Jamaica in my book. When I saw Hurricane Irma, I can tell you Jamaica never had a hurricane for me, because I've been there through all of them. And this one, I've never afraid in my life. I live in a house, solid concrete house with hurricane shutter. And Jeffrey, everything pounding in our window. Me and my wife stand up here, and we are trying to protect all the AC like you want blow. And my wife a prayer, me I tell her, I say, prayer not gonna help you, you know. We have to prepare, we have to stand up and look out about eyes and hole in case the shutter breach.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on there. You're saying to me that Hurricane Irma was one thing you have been through. I sit through hold on for me. I sit through 12 hours or 24 hours rather of Hurricane Gilbert pounding the Cayman Islands.
Jeffrey, I was living in Jamaica when Hurricane Gilbert going on. That is nothing.
But hold
Irma flew for 5 hours straight.
Sir, hold on. I'm not talking about Gilbert. I'm saying to you, when I was in the Cayman Islands, Hurricane Ivan pound the Cayman Islands for 24 hours, non-stop.
Under what category? What category? Well, okay, let me tell you now. This one was not category 5. This go over 225 miles per hour. It come with tornado. It come with, you ever see hurricane take up vehicle, big heavy duty vehicle, and pack up them in the air and blow boat out of sea, blow container, blow out every car glass blown out. Car just a roll over buses, everything just roll like paper.
Yes.
I've never seen nothing like that. So that's why I tell you the hurricane are very dangerous than most of our experience, because I've never experienced something like that.
Well, the Jamaican people have experienced hurricanes, so they know about hurricane.
No, Jeffrey, okay, I'm not saying they don't experience it, but this is the type of hurricane that what I'm talking about. No other island, only place experience a hurricane like us in the Abico. That is the only place in the Caribbean experience a category 5 or more. And the history is there.
Hold on there for me, sir. Hold on there. I just said to you a while ago that Hurricane Ivan, you need to go to Google and Google Hurricane Ivan. It pound the Cayman Islands for over 24, is it 24 or 12 hours? I don't remember. But when it's finished with the Cayman Islands, hold on there. When it finished with the Cayman Islands, okay? The American government has to send helicopter over Cayman because there was no radar system to figure out if Cayman was anybody was alive in Cayman. There was
well, that also in a Jeffrey, because we don't have current for like 8 months and water. You know. A generator we have to use cost us $20 a day for 8 months without water and light. That's what I'm telling you. So you can't, you know, we have to prepare at Jamaica. And you see how Jamaica life is kind of funny, because for example, if a hurricane come right now, I don't have to buy nothing. You understand? But me understand Jamaica, them don't have but you know, them have to get up them little thing where they can get and put together. Because me always have things around here, because that's how me live. But me hope every Jamaican could have do the same thing.
You were living in Jamaica when Hurricane Gilbert came?
Yeah, I was in Jamaica. I run from my mother house to my house to my mother house. And you know what I did? I take up a block and put on the roof to hold it down.
Let me ask you a question.
A block.
Let me ask you a question. Hurricane Ivan hit Jamaica at category 6, I think.
No. None of them.
Oh, okay.
None of them. When Ivan was coming, nobody in Jamaica. And I called my son and tell him that Hurricane Ivan coming. And when he went down to my house,
Sir, I did not say Ivan. I said I did not say Ivan. I said Hurricane Gilbert.
Gilbert, no man, no 6 man. Oh my God! Remember saying that them time Jamaica have no strong house, you know. You know who get affected in Irma? Those people with those aluminum, zinc.
Hello, you're talking about something different. I am talking about Hurricane Gilbert, sir. Of
Gilbert, me talk about man. Gilbert live and me live in a Gilbert. Me live in our community. We had some house where we get after 51. Those are the only one which stand it. The people them in the residential area we forgot assist them because they look a zinc blow off. Let me tell you something about Jamaican house, right? Jamaica don't build them house. Like you see the zinc blow house at Jamaica with the roof. Now they don't put it in the wall, then just catch it down and use some nail. Only like people come from Cayman and other islands that try to do that now because the roof are not strong. Jamaica have strong building, but the roof itself will go if a hurricane come like that. I experience me, I tell you, we have strong house over here, you know, Jeffrey, and when me see that thing do to it, you know, man, we have a joke in I've never been.
You went through something, and I'm telling you, Jamaica went through category 5 hurricane with Hurricane Gilbert. Category
Never,
5.
No, Jeffrey, okay. Jeffrey, no. No, me a big man when Gilbert come and look, you know. You know what is a category 5? When Gilbert a grow, me run out of my house and run through Gilbert, go down to my mother's house about a quarter mile away from me. We couldn't do that here. We couldn't even go on my window here. Debris are broke from all boat and all them things, so that's not true. Sometimes people talk things, you know, but Jeffrey, I'm not trying to share our experience with you, and you can use the platform and warn Jamaica people. That's all, because life is good to save, you understand?
All right, sir. Thank you much.
That's all I want to do. Just warn them because it can be dangerous, and it's not like what them think, okay?
Yeah, man. Thanks much.
I respect. Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna do something, you see, because I love to have my facts, you know. Hold on for me. Don't move. No, don't move anywhere. Hold on for me. When Hurricane Gilbert hit Jamaica, at what category? Okay. Listen to this. Hurricane Gilbert made landfall in Jamaica as a Category 3 hurricane on September 12, 1988, with winds at 125 miles per hour. All right, hold on there. At what category did Hurricane Ivan hit the Cayman Islands? Okay. Hurricane Ivan hit the Cayman Islands at a Category 5 on September 11th and 12th, 2024. So when I tell you it was 24 hours this thing hit us, the hurricane passed just 25 miles south of Georgetown, Grand Cayman, with winds at 150 miles per hour and gusts at 171 miles per hour. When the hurricane hit Cayman, it sit over Cayman for over 24 hours. Google is saying that Hurricane Gilbert made landfall in Jamaica at a Category 3. That's what Google is saying. I just looked it up a while ago. Hurricane Ivan hit the Cayman Islands at Category 5. Jamaicans are aware of hurricanes. Jamaicans have been through hurricanes. They know about hurricanes. They have been through hurricanes. So then Jamaicans will take heed. Hurricane Ivan hit the Cayman Islands at a Category 5 hurricane. I wish I could put up this thing here of what it did to the Cayman Islands, but it's on Google. It's on Google. You can go and Google it. So when the man tell me about a concrete house in Cayman lit down. I wish you all could see it. See there? A concrete house in Cayman. I remember living in the Cayman Islands. Everybody battening up. After Hurricane Ivan came through, and we start walking. Those who have their Porsche and their this and that couldn't even drive their car. They're walking. Cayman was devastated during Hurricane Ivan, Category 5. Google is saying that Gilbert hit Jamaica in 1988 at a Category 3. I'll go back and read it again. One moment for me, hold on. When Hurricane Gilbert hit Jamaica, at what category? Here it is. Hurricane Gilbert made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane in Jamaica on September 12, 1988, with winds at 125 miles per hour and gusts at up to 150 miles per hour. The hurricane eye moved across the island with winds to 125 miles per hour. That's what they're saying. Hurricane Gilbert. Hurricane Ivan hit the Cayman Islands at a Category 5. Meanwhile, Hurricane Gilbert at Category 3. Hurricane Ivan was 2004 in the Cayman Islands. 2004. Hurricane Ivan was 2004 in the Cayman Islands with a Category 5 when it hit the Cayman Islands. Hurricane Gilbert in 1988 hit Jamaica at a Category 3. All over on Google. Hurricane Gilbert made its first landfall near Kingston, Jamaica at around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September 12 rather, as a Category 3 hurricane rather. So there you have it. Hurricane Gilbert made landfall near Kingston, Jamaica at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September 12, as a Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds at 130 miles per hour. And the center, 28.35 inches of rain. I'm gonna do a history on these two things, I'm gonna do a history on both Gilbert and Ivan. September 12, 1988. And Hurricane Ivan in the Cayman Islands as a Category 5 in 2004. All right. Here is it. One moment, I have a call coming in. One moment, please. Hold on, Miss P. Hold on a minute. Miss P, welcome to the program. How are you doing? Hold on, not hearing. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Miss P. Hold on. Go ahead now, Miss P. Hold on for me. Something that's coming over clear here. Oh Lordy. Go ahead now, Miss P.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, me I talk about the Hurricane Gilbert.
Yes.
Well, I remember that clearly. It wasn't now 1 o'clock. And it's supposed in the archive. Dorian Samuels did an RJR on Monday, September 12, 1988.
At 1 p.m. Google said.
It's Monday. Well, I tell you when me remember, when me know, go looking at archive.
Hold on, Miss P. Hold on, Miss P. Miss P. I just Googled it a while ago, and Google is telling me it's 1 p.m. September 12, 1988.
Yeah, what you say, but me ever tell you, say, Dorian Samuel say, it's 12 o'clock. I can't forget, I was 18 years old in Kingston, Jamaica. And Hurricane Gilbert in Jamaica, full force. And I see a black smoke up till now as whole as maybe me can't forget a black smoke there. 12 o'clock. It's supposed in I archive I just in Kingston, Jamaica, Hurricane Gilbert in Jamaica, full force. I was praying for the hurricane, I've never seen one. Me say Alan, but it is small. And me tell you, it was 12 o'clock in Kingston, Jamaica. And I will never forget that. Monday, September 12, 1988. I will never forget that.
Let me ask you a question.
And I went into the house.
Let me ask you something. Yeah. Don't you think that Jamaicans are aware of serious hurricanes?
Yeah, but one thing we find with Jamaican people, even as me have come from work, I just have to somebody say, make sure someone look prepared, not doing again because the breeze are coming. No, sir, no, sir. Jamaica bless, no breeze not come. We might get little rain and fire. That's all them out there say, all around me. Them take it personal.
I see somebody
not until Monday.
Hold on for me.
Or Tuesday,
I see somebody put in the chat a while ago, say, JLP told us to batten down for a dangerous category 5 hurricane, Matthew. All no hurricane will come. The JLP has nothing to do with that. If hold on there, if Miami is telling the governments around the Caribbean, the weather center in Miami is telling people around the Caribbean about the hurricane, that's what they're going after, you know. And we must say that they're trying to protect the people. If Hurricane Center in Miami is telling the governments of the Caribbean and other people who are watching their channel that this thing is a category, this and heading towards wherever, they have to tell the people.
Yeah, man, but the problem what we Jamaican have, and we're try to cut ourselves for time. As say, them keep themselves done. No, this is technology time. Even I watch everything with this hurricane. And we there in the corner of uncertainty. That mean, come and listen everything. That mean after I left Barbados, it have a place that come between Haiti and Puerto Rico. Them say, if you go north, it will go tap away. If you go, if it shift, no go, it will go shift a little bit. The eye will go pass south away. And if you shift up, it will go pass north. And if it continue on the track, it will go right, and it will go right over the country. No. So much people could not put out foolishness. And even if it let's say we come right, that's when it will cut back. It's still a good stop that will come as a category 1. It will come here. Even if it cut back, it will come here as a category 1. And if it not cut back, it will come back category 3 or even category 4.
And it's still
because it will get stronger.
Right.
Because we know in a that means the condition is conducive. We have less upper here, upper wind shear. And the wind shear we don't have none.
Because the water is so warm. The water is very hot within the Caribbean, you know.
Simple. Well, when I was at work today, I was by the sea, and I can tell you, the sea is as dead. It's dead. It come like a sea.
And that's not good.
And that is that fish show you say something is out there.
That is not good.
Anytime me tell you too, can't good. If hurricane come at tomorrow or tonight, you see the day before, it's so hot like pepper.
And
then all of a sudden you see just start change.
And Miss P. Also, you hardly see the birds.
All right, that is the next thing.
The birds that go.
one tree named trumpet tree. They say the time you blow, you see it is over. A disaster.
Yes.
Well, me never meet me, I will tell you. Well, me prepare for this hurricane. And all I'm friend and family, me tell everybody it can come because me watch me. Me watch it as me hang up a video, me go on hurricane channel.
Yes.
Me watch everyone again. Everyone. Me watch and me follow them. Because it can come. And if you cut down, breeze still a come. We don't know where Andrew Wallace are going to do. Because drain them not clean. So my advice to everybody who live in a low, in a flood prone area, be prepared. Who have them medication, get them together because something is coming. Tin mackerel no idea, but sure no can do by salt, mackerel and salt, then a point. You know, see the beach, no current. This is Jamaica. And when you road them black, 1 week before them clear. So all of it no can do and pray and ask God to have mercy upon we.
At least,
that's all we can say.
At least, Miss P, look at this, Miss P. At least Andrew, Prime Minister, Holness come out and address the nation pertaining to it. So they can't say never come and address the nation, eh?
Hello, him have to do it. I'm part-time duty. Him must do it. Well, we are in one. So we never give no prayer to do it. I must have to do it.
But no.
Have to do it. And I like say, he go be 100 and behind. That is duty to announce it. The last time when the earthquake come here, before he make the people them weather place contact what happened, him come out go address like him know not for earthquake. Remember? Him come out to hold president like I'm a weather people.
No, and a weather man. So, and a weather. Hold on, let me speak. And a weather, the earthquake unit. No, hold on, no man.
Yeah.
At the earthquake unit, at the University of the West Indies.
Right. But him come out and say, read this up, man, that happened. Which way of fear business that young, we tell them, say, what it happened, and we are doing what we can do, we are going to try to motivate and get the estimate and see who want help and what we can do. You come out and announce it like I am meteorologist. Yeah, my brother. You have to come out. And the next thing I have to tell people, say, the next thing I have to tell people, come here, watch. Jamaican people in the diaspora, everybody who have sense. Looking at this, I said, be fool. You, our honorable and honorable Dr. Prime Minister, Dr. Holness.
Bro, God.
You accumulate, bro, God, you accumulate all the riches and all the billion that you value right now in kind and property and whatever you have them in. And you use one of the most confused man on the planet right now. What does that help you?
How you mean say confused?
He's the most confused person, and I can bet him he's not sleeping well. He's not eating well. He won't like eat because he must eat to keep up. The wall is caving on him. Everything, but not even money can help him. And if he come out and invest millions and billions of dollars to the Jamaican people, and all then take it, still not going to help you. You know what would have helped you, sir? Do the right thing. Be honest, be fair. Take care of your country, take care of your people, and you would have nothing to worry about. Right now, you have put out something about cybercrime and this and that, and you say you are like track, and you need one come out and say nobody not get the track. This is not no confused. Me don't know what you do. You come and say you track people and you track some of your contacts or whatever, and another woman Dora come out and say nobody not get the track. Oh, what we? No, I really said Jamaica turn theater house. Look at yourself, good. Down to the PSOJ people come up stick at you. Your own Labour parties come up stick at you. The dead in the ground sick of you. The baby then when not born sick of you. Satan hate you. Lord have mercy. What can help you? The baby when not born yet hate you. The dead in the ground hate you. The one at the mouth hate you. Satan himself around from you. And you have money. Money can't help you, brother. Money can't help you. Just do the right thing. You get that privilege to become the chief servant of your own native land where you're born. Fix up your place. Fix up your people and make we live happy ever after. That's how we ask from you. You run and you creep everything. No, it are your Marley gripe and Floxy complain. Oh God. No,
Hold on.
it's like your mad.
Miss B. Hold on, Miss B. Hold on. You don't kill me over your tonight. Hold on, Miss B. Let me ask you a question, Miss B. So hold on, now. In Common Sense dance the other day. So you know hear something about Silicon Valley?
That one, me tell you. I talking, election talk. That kind of Silicon Valley, you know, come sell about land, but place, figure make whole free run water. You know, talk nothing about the three-star market. You know, talk about Silicon Valley. Me know what you say. Me never say I'm going to Sparks program, but the thing has Sparks, that fire. Let's go burn up. But anyway, they have to sit in a Spark. Take for yourself. Anyway, Sparks, you fire them again. Anyway, they have to Sparks. You try to check for yourself, because fire them back at that. The man is so confused. Right.
All right, Miss B, thank you.
Right?
Yes.
The money game, Marley gripe and Floxy complain right now. Is the most confusing man. And more poor people, ordinary people, take this example. Eat, save, live happy, and treat people like people.
True.
And you have nothing to worry about.
So
nothing. And for those who know pastor, remember one partner in the Bible say, woe be unto uno that lead my children astray. Because uno take side with this man and mash up the country, mash up people, kill, make people dead and suffer and dead. I don't think so. God see, God no sleep, man. Central never busy, always on the line. And you miss Mario Henry. I talk about sense. You go on in a car, fire down Muslims, still didn't think of food breeze. We don't know what to say. Read a principal. And he was famous and well recognized. Miss Brown was a principal and where them police all pull them. Look how who they run and journalists. They name Timothy. And that can't come off of them. Look at Grace McLean. Grace McLean served this country with dignity, pride, through bad time and good time and served both parties. And one touch and do is touching when name Ghana history. Never all of that never come off. All in great grandparents. It's over. Oh, my grandmother was Miss Grace McLean. Well, Grace McLean, you want me to give you remember my time? Keep running to you. Never come off time. Anyway, me just come here. I'm going to start out. Me go watch weather.
All right,
you
Miss
take
B.
care of yourselves.
Yes, Miss B.
As usual and pray for you out here.
Yes, ma'am.
And me pray about and me beg Jamaican people, those of you who live in a flood-prone era, well, thank be to God, me live in a flood-prone era. And thanks be to my friend that me have food. And me share my food with who me can share with me. But I don't give everything and let myself hungry. But me share and I protect yourself. Don't believe nobody about protect you. Nobody no only for chicken but by salt, fish, salt, mackerel and red and tin mackerel. Because no sales the current Ghana 2 weeks and 3 weeks before you come back. Alright, now get one flashlight. Me tell you from now. Alright.
All right, Miss
Anyway, Take care. Maybe keep you in touch. You have your wife. I see me as usual.
All right, Miss B, I will. I think she's listening to you now. She's listening to you in the living room.
See what one Williams say me can't stop banjo. Me no want stop banjo because anyway me I walk around and drop come run. Run, God, me no want to breeze off and blow up me because destruction must help me. Oh. Get that.
All right, Miss B, thanks. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. Yes, it is now 10:30. I have to say good night to everyone. I can take two more calls. 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. You want to call in and talk to us, also a WhatsApp number. What kind of time she was running? How you know she running behind politician, Mario? This woman running behind no politician. She run behind no one. The number to call is 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're talking about hurricanes. Hurricanes is threatening to the Caribbean this time of year. It is now 9:30 in Jamaica, 10:30. We're listening from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. Good night, good morning to London, England, South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. I have some friends and family living over there in South Africa. Thank you all very much for joining us. You know, on Monday or on Tuesday, and I think the eyes of the American government is on Jamaica when it comes on to that Integrity Commission report. Please, usher him out. Sandra, usher him out. Usher him out. The American government, their eyes are on the Integrity Commission report that's supposed to table in the Parliament of Jamaica on Tuesday. And I hope and pray that the Jamaican people will hear who is the 6 parliamentarians and who are the 20-something civil servants. The Jamaican people must remember one thing, that your constitution states that you have freedom of speech, a peaceful assembly. So when your prime minister come out and talk about he can track people, ask him the question, why didn't he track the person who kidnapped that blind girl from the University of the West Indies back gate? What's your name? Dean, gone without a trace. Since you have the capability, Prime Minister Holness, why didn't you track the young lady who kidnapped her? Why didn't you track the person from that share riding company who kidnapped that teacher? When she was now to find her raped and murdered. Why didn't you track that person, sir? You're tracking people on social media who put your political party in 2016 in power. Huh? Why didn't you track that person, sir? $700 billion of taxpayers' money is unaccountable for under Christopher Tufton. $1.7 trillion of taxpayers' money. Our policemen, they can't get no pay. But you raise fair salary 300%. And the people who is protecting the nation, they can't get paid. Although some of the police officers don't have no respect. But I can still take up for them. But you have capability to track people that talk things on social media. When you have people like Keisha Mack and the one who love to chop, spreading propaganda news about people, you're not talking about them. For far too long, you continue to step on the fundamental rights of the Jamaican people. I didn't come over here to talk about politics tonight. But let me go down the road there. You have capability to track people on social media who is talking up the things of what is going on in the country. But you don't have the capability to track the criminals who are kidnapping our children and women. But you have the capability to track people. Where you same one Prime Minister Holness, tell the people of Jamaica that they must go to social media in 2016. And you won the election, so what now? Social media turning back on you? Huh? No worry yourself now. As soon usher him out. As soon usher him out, you know, because they must think say me and is this man over here, so. You see like how Gino Jennings tell one for usher them out? Gino Jennings tell one, me not call no name, usher him out. Usher him out, take the mic and usher him out. As soon usher them out from over here. You have capability to track the people. You say it, and then your Minister of Information say, oh, no, have no capability to track anybody. So who must we believe? Is it that we have a new Minister of Misinformation now too? And I don't want to call that good lady Minister of Misinformation, you know, because she seems to be a very, very good person. Look like she not trouble people. Like the other one, Ratigan sue for much $1 million. Him love to trouble people. As soon usher him out. No worry yourself, man. Just give me some time, you know. I don't drink my porridge when it's hot. The Prime Minister of Jamaica who having, remember, you know, the PM saying, you know, they not send out them JLP propagandists again, you know. To start spread the good news. The good news is coming. It's Christmas coming. The good news. Spread the good news. Bro, God present prosperity for the people of Jamaica. Spread the good news. You promise the Jamaican people to see them windows and door open. One man threatening dead like a dog. I'm about to know tracking people who depend on social media. I heard a well-known Jamaican journalist from a TV station said that the Prime Minister is stepping on the rights of the Jamaican people. He went on to say that the Prime Minister sounds like a brutal dictator. That the Prime Minister sounds like Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping from China or the little rocket man according to Donald Trump from North Korea. We don't continue to trouble people. You see what's going on in Kenya? Anyway, this is where we're going to say so long for tonight. We don't trouble Mario, you know. When my head take me, we don't trouble Mario yet. Good night, JP. How you doing? Lan, good night to you. How you doing, my friend? Sandra. Okay, time for you to go now, you know. Time to usher you out. You go back over JLP propaganda spirit. Because you, Mario, you don't have no sense. You're a nincompoop. Get out of here. Get out of here, not over here. You're so right, you know. Let us see if the Prime Minister's wife, who is the Speaker of the House of Parliament, is she gonna table the report. Yeah, man. Him gone out. Him a nincompoop. Jail people propaganda. Kick him out of here. I don't play with none of them anymore now. I turn lonesome now. Not over here. Usher him out. Yes, we want to see if the Prime Minister's wife, who is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, is she going to table the Integrity Commission report to name the 6 parliamentarians who are under investigation? And if she don't name the 6 of them, if she don't table to name the 6 of them, then we will come on air and we will demand that she and her husband go sit down. We will demand that the Prime Minister of Jamaica tender his resignation along with the Minister, along with the Speaker. If they cannot table the Integrity Commission report come Tuesday, I call on all well-thinking Jamaicans to ask for the Prime Minister's resignation and his wife. And come September, if they put in back the Director of Public Prosecution, Paula, we call for her to step down too. Too much corruption around here. If they put in back the DPP, if she end up becoming the DPP of Jamaica, come September, because they said everything is gonna organize. The judges are saying that they will hand down their judgment in September, because that's the start of a new judicial era thing. I don't know what Isaac told me, but I heard Isaac would rather. But if she become, or if she get back the job as DPP, we the Jamaican people must stand up, because she same one tell the people of Jamaica that she has dealt with jurors who are tainted. She same one tell the people of Jamaica that she has dealt with tainted jurors. So if the Prime Minister and the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, believe that the Jamaican people are a bunch of idiots when they make a sad mistake, Prime Minister Holness, Prime Minister Michael Andrew Holness, be careful what you're doing. This is where I'm going to say so long for tonight until you hear my voice again. Until you hear my voice again, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying thank you all very much for coming on. Join me again. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. No, I'm not talking no more for the night, Williams. Not talking more for the night. I'm tired. Not for tonight. I'm going to talk one next time. But I didn't plan to come on tonight because tonight is Rottingham night. But I have to go. I came on because, I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of the Make We Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And for those who are going to church tomorrow, enjoy yourself in church. Praise to your God. Praise your God. Yes, JP, it was young people, 15 and 26 in Kenya, demand the president of Kenya to roll back his tax. And they have to do it. No, I'm not calling nobody for got black road in Jamaica, so don't get me wrong. There's many ways of doing this thing. I am not calling anybody in Jamaica to got black road and bundling anywhere. What I am saying, we will not stand by anymore and see this. Thank you all very much. Have a great night, everyone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you and may God protect the people of the Caribbean during this hurricane season. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, have a great night, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place. Don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk, people.
Good night, everyone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good night, everyone. Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, everyone in the Caribbean, please be safe. Remember our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean who lives outside of the Caribbean. Remember for them. Have a great night, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. Good night.